How's it going, everybody? Today I want to touch on the iliopsoas muscle and why it's so important to address this during back pain in a dog. So if your dog suffers from, just hind end weakness, you have to consider what's going on in the lower vertebrae. Also, if there's, degenerative discs in your dog or disc herniation, it's so important to decompress this muscle. So I'll put up a graphic here. The iliopsoas muscle, or the psoas specifically, goes up from the hip and in underneath the bottom part of the spine. So it actually works as a compressor. So when your dog is walking around and it's very tense in the back end, the main muscle that helps or that tightens everything up in the back end is the iliopsoas muscle. So I'm going to show you two things you can do at home. One very simple, one a little bit more complex. If you don't feel comfortable about doing it, then just stick with the first one. But this is a very tender area on any dog, even if they're not in pain. So it's very important that you watch your dog's body language when you do this, but it will really help to decompress their back. So definitely try this, but be very careful and start off easy so they don't get scared and startled when you do it. So the easiest way to landmark this is follow the front of the hip, go up into the crevice of the low back, and then you're gonna feel a very kind of sausage-like muscle on a dog both sides. So he's about 65 to 70 pounds right now, and you can feel this meaty muscle. See, it's a little bit tender even on Bo from a lot of running this past weekend, but what you wanna do is just get in there and massage. So picture the back of his spine up here. You want to tuck your fingers in and then aim back towards the center of the spine. That's the easiest way to do it. Another way to find this and landmark is fall off the last rib, and then your hand's going to fall into that divot. With small dogs, you might not be able to fit your whole hand in here and all your fingers like I am with Bo. It might be easier just to use one or two fingers or gently use your thumb to massage that. So that's step number one. Another way, which I like doing when I'm in here, and I don't typically tell owners that I'm actually doing it. When I am doing it, they think I'm just checking the hip, is I like coming up underneath, applying some pressure to the psoas muscle, and doing more of what's called active release. So opening up the hip, if Bo participates here, opening up the hip while holding that muscle. So we're basically pinning that muscle and getting some stretch through there. That's one of the best ways. I find with humans it works fantastic to reduce back pain. But if your dog's suffering from back pain, I suggest you look at the psoas muscle and try to give them some relief. Take care.